Hello, I'm Stanley Marshall Street, Director of Stanley Marshall Media, and this is PinkSofaProductions, coming to you from my kitchen in Savannah, which has wonderful pink appliances, chartreuse walls, and this wonderful pink sofa on which lots of conversations have been had. Today, we're talking about my aunt's funeral, which was yesterday, and an interesting message that I received from my cousin afterwards. I hope you'll enjoy the conversation. What did you think about that? That message that I got today? I have not laughed that hard. I can't tell if it was malintent or not. I don't think so.
So my husband is, he looks at life through a different lens. And I have a tendency sometimes to doom spiral.
But the more I read it, I think he's right. I think she's trying to find a way to connect with you.
This email or this text, I mean, it's just so weird. So, it's great seeing you yesterday. Pleasure meeting your friend too.
That was me. Yeah.
We rocked it.
We did. Classic.
We really did. Yeah. Please feel free to go back to the gravesite. This is my aunt, by the way.
Thank you for permission.
Thank you. And get Get the two sprays.
And they're casket sprays. Let's be very clear.
Okay, the spray is like the thing that
Casket spray.
There are two of them?
Weren't there two? Isn't that what?
Well, she says two, but how do you have two sprays on a casket?
I only saw the one. Maybe it was two small ones smushed together.
Maybe. Well, honey, they put the casket in the ground. Don't they put the flowers in the ground with it?
No, not usually.
They put the flower. What do they do? Just lay them on the ground?
Yeah, that's actually pretty common out there. Yeah. Go ahead. But
Okay.
please read.
So anyway, so this is my aunt who died, by the way. She made it to 100. I hope I get that gene. Yay! She really rocked it till 100, and then she, like, 3 weeks later, boom, she's.
I didn't meet Aunt Ann, but in my mind, what I'm envisioning of her is, that she turned 100 and then she said, I've seen everything. I'm good. I'm ready. Check, please.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She sounded like a sassafras.
Well, she had her. The thing that if I had spoken at the funeral, and again, I did not speak at my aunt's funeral because there were like, 6 people? There were like 15 people there. It was all family. So I'm the favorite nephew. She had 4 girls. I was the son she never had. So we were very close after my mom died. At any rate, but what I was remembering about her, and not speaking at her funeral, giving a eulogy, I kept thinking one, though, as I was sitting there and all the things. And I remember one thing was her poodles. When they lived on 52nd Street, they had 4 standard poodles, the big ones. And one was called Nanette.
That is a powerful name for a poodle.
Yeah, and I remember Nanette was just so smart, and she would come bounding down the stairs. I loved that dog. I don't know whatever happened to those dogs.
What color was she?
They were all gray.
Gray. Gray standard poodle's beautiful.
Yeah, they were, but
they're fascinating dogs.
Yeah,
they're actually very agile because they're hunting dogs.
Oh,
a lot of people think they're these like hoity-toity, but they're actually amazing hunting dogs.
Very good to know.
Yeah. Why do I know that?
Well, you know everything. Everything's Southern anyway. You're my Southern expert, even though I am from the South.
You are.
But I am not the typical Southerner.
Oh my gosh, our ADD just spiraled us right off the.
No, wait, back to my aunt. Okay. I love my aunt. Oh, what I was going to say was the thing that I hated when her daughters moved her out of her house here to Jacksonville, where she didn't go long. But she used to have her vodka gimlet at 5 p.m. every afternoon.
Okay, now, man.
I didn't watch Fox News, watch Bill
O'Reilly.
Bill O'Reilly.
The elderly women loved Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah. So she had her little vodka gimlet, and when they moved her to Jacksonville, they wouldn't let her have her vodka gimlet anymore.
Why would you take away the vodka gimlet?
Us, the daughters, the control, all that stuff. Anyway, I love my cousins. I do. I really do.
They're hard.
So anyway, she said, so yeah, funeral was there. Okay, we got the spray thing. Okay, so my aunt's funeral was just okay. And so my cousin, who is my closest of the four girls, four cousins, cousin girls, Eva sent me this message and said, please feel free to go back to the gravesite and get the 2 sprays. I'm not sure when your party is. I'm sorry, I'm not sure when your party is, but if soon, which is like
It's 2 months away.
months from now, I just happened to mention it in passing. I travel so much, and I was going to be in town for June. She said, "What are you going to do there?" And I said, "Oh, we're in June, go back to the party, whatever." And so she said, "Okay, please. I'm not sure when your party is, but if soon, you may be able to use them." She's your only family there, and I'm sure Mom would love you having them. I'll be back in 2 weeks when the headstone will be back in place. Love ya, and hope we'll see each other soon. Again, thanks for coming yesterday. Very sweet email, sweet message. Thank you. But that's wrong on so many different levels.
Okay. Let's unpack these suitcases.
Number one, I think she is trying to connect with you.
I don't think so.
I do. I think she's trying to stay connected with you, but I do think that offering the casket sprays as decoration for a party,
What? Great.
I want to use a word that isn't nice.
What's that?
It feels absurd.
Okay, it is absurd.
Casket and funeral sprays need to stay at the gravesite.
So not only am I going to be allowed to take flowers out of the cemetery, which is wrong in the
Do you realize they're going to chase us down?
yeah, but my first thought was, okay, they're going to take the flowers, and then we're going to call the cemetery and say somebody's stealing our flowers.
And they're the great flowers?
And then we're great flower robbers.
They're great flower robbers. Okay. I just can't sign up for it, Neverland.
And so
Were you tempted? Should we rent a car and go get the great?
I have to get a white panel van
Yes.
or white
No, it has to be a white panel van.
Ford Econoline.
Exactly. And you have to put free stuffed animals and candy painted on the side of it so every child will be attracted to your white windowless van. Just
Get it? And then I the pedophile and the child trafficking on top of flowers.
Wow. I'm sorry. Flower robbing.
Grave flower robbing. Okay, that's great.
Oh, wow. This is a really bad idea. And I feel like we will end up over explaining ourselves.
Why do you even start explaining this?
I don't know.
My cousin sent me this message.
They said I could go get
Get flowers and use them for my party, and they'll last. I'm sure were they plastic? Maybe that's why they'll last.
Okay. I didn't even stop. I didn't think. I was just thinking they were alive.
You would think, but I don't know. I didn't. That was the weird thing. I mean, God loved the service. I'm so happy that I got to be there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, of course. I find funerals. I've been to a lot of funerals. I go to not on purpose, but there've been a lot of people who have touched my life in one way or another. And it could have been a long time ago or it could have been yesterday. But I just feel like that's a finality of my respect. If I'm able to be there, I just want them to know. And I want their family to know, like I showed up because like I maybe cared about your father or your mother, or like when you and I went to your family funeral on Friday.
Yeah.
That's because I love you.
Yeah.
And I didn't want you to go alone. And I mean, plus, you're really good arm candy. So
Look, we had some wondering.
we did. Do you think they shot?
Do you see that? I'm not wearing it, but and I don't know if anybody noticed my diamonds.
Well, they were looking at my hand. Every single one of them looked to see if I was married.
Okay.
Oh, I noticed cues like that.
I'll see.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah. Well, that sounds good.
It is good.
All right. Well, we've really covered the subject today. We covered 20 minutes of time for today. I tell you what, you are an absolute delight.
You are a delight, my friend. Do people tell you that enough?
And, you know,
Do people tell you how wonderful you are?
I'm maybe it's yeah, some do.
Flattery. You don't take flattery well.
I
do
don't.
you?
Well, that's from my mom. I mean, you know, I come from that Southern family where.
Well, you're wonderful.
Well, thank you.
So thank you for having me.
Well, we're going to do this again and again and again. We have so many subjects to talk about.
Yeah, we talked about funerals.
We did.
So what's next?
Oh, we have lots of famous
Yes.
reunions.
I'm ready.
Okay, you have the list.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, you do.
Are we moving on?
No, we're gonna wrap it up here. So anyway, I'm Stanley Marshall Street, and it was Pink Sofa Productions. Thanks again for joining us today.